Hey guys, what's up? How are you doing today? Personally, I'm a little bit sick, so I'm not, feeling the best in the world, but it's not going to stop me from doing some Dota school where I analyze your submitted games. So, talking about submitted games, if you're watching this on YouTube, the link will be below, and if you're watching this on Twitch, the link to my website is right there, so submit your games for a chance of them being analyzed by me, and we can learn as a community how the hell to play Dota 2. So, today we have a pretty cool game, though I am kinda slow because I really am feeling not the best in the world. It's a pretty interesting game where we're gonna continue on what we talked about last time. We talked about winning when you should win and not doing things properly in order to finish the game when you're ahead. And this is an even stronger example than what we had last time. It's actually a captain's mode game. So, and it's kind of a team that sent me this. You'll see that in a second, that it's MXS. The guys sent it to me. One of them called Lomax, and it's four guys plus someone else that I'm not sure if he's with them or not. And I could just show you the guys. So it's captain's mode. It's a little bit higher leveled, which is cool. And we're going to talk about, first of all, the draft and the heroes, which is the most important part, what we want to expect as usual, and then we see how it actually unfolds. So, let's get started. I'm going to make the speed as fast as possible, and we're just going to streamline through these. So, we're at times, let's go to times 4. They're going to ban out the Alchemist and the Wisp, pretty standard stuff. We want to get to the heroes, Nyx Assassin as well, and Bat Rider would be the last one, so it's a pretty high-leveled match. They're banning out the correct heroes, the normal ones, and we're going to see really awesome drafts. I have to commend both the teams here. Really, really interesting stuff happening. The Dark Seer, very, very strong offlaner, being picked off immediately by, I always get confused. This is the Radiant and this is the Dire, right? If there's no names, then it's weird. But the Dire's at the top, the bottom is the Radiant. They pick off the Lifestealer and I know it, but I want you to see it. Come on. Pick the Shadow Demon. There you go. So Lifestealer and Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon, one of the strongest supporters still in the game. Lifestealer got a huge nerf in terms of his aggressive potential, but he's still a very, very aggressive character that you can run an aggressive tri-lane. That is what they're going to do with the Shadow Demon. That obviously starts things up with a disruption. My favorite combo with Shadow Demon is Lina. Leshrac also works, so we're actually going to see, I'm not going to tell you which one. You know what? Let's see the draft and how it works out. And it's going to be very, very distinct drafts. I mean, there is lots of thought behind these drafts. Come on, happen quickly, happen faster. And I don't really want to talk about Captain's Mode too much because there's infinite amount of things that we can talk about in Captain's Mode and how to draft and things like that. But it's such a reactive thing and you really have to know the game properly. And this show is more so for people who have just started the game or are kind of in the mid-tier and not really playing Captain's Mode. You shouldn't play Captain's Mode unless you really know what you're doing and know all the heroes in a way. And one of the things that I do want to point out is I reduce the speed just a little bit and it looks a little bit buggy. They picked the Lich after Lifestealer Shadow Demon, and what the Dire actually do here is ban out the Bane. I understand the Lich. Someone wanted to play it probably. Damn, I'm confused today. But the Bane, such a strong support. They were going to pick a support for this, and the Bane is the perfect answer to Lifestealer with Enfeeble going through everything, and obviously his ultimate Fiend's Grip. So it's so important to pick that up. They ban it out immediately just to make sure it won't happen. And I'm just a little, I mean, the Radiant really should have picked Bane instead of Lich, but Lich works as well. He can kind of shut down in terms of using Sacrifice, but they still don't know if the Lifestealer will go on an aggressive tri-lane or not. Maybe they're thinking ahead, but I would like to see a Bane more than anything else. Tidehunter has not seen too much, really has not seen too much play since other heroes just went in there and Tidehunter doesn't supply anything other than pretty much a Ravage. But I still love that hero. It's fun to see it, even though there's no Tidehunter anymore. They became Alliance, so you know you can pick Tidehunter from time to time. His AoE is pretty amazing, especially if you couple it up with a couple of nice skills. And this is what they're going for. I want you to see how incredibly teamfight oriented the Radiant is. They have the Magnus, boom, reverse polarity, they have the Titanite with the Ravage, and on top of that they're going to have the Vacuum and the Wall of Replica. And while that's happening, there's also the ultimate from Lich. So this is just so teamfight oriented. The question is, what's going to happen with the last pickup? Will it be a carry that complements this? Or will it be just, okay, we want to go teamfight, push strat, and just finish this off early? And they are going to pick up a carry. We'll see what that is in a second. At the top, we have a pretty different, very, very different actual draft. We have the Lina Shadow Demon Lifestealer, so this is an aggressive tri-lane. They can't really run in any other way. They can run it safe lane, but it'll be kind of stupid. The Lone Droid will go on the safe lane. Lone Droid, yeah, he got a huge nerf, but he's very, very strong still. And especially if you give him free farm on the safe lane, it's gonna just get insane very, very quickly, pushing those towers amazingly. And with the help of, I mean, against Darkseer, not with the help of. Against Darkseer's Iron Shells, he doesn't care too much as that bear is there. So that's going to be a pretty good answer in Lone Droid versus the Darkseer offlane, unless they decide to run an aggressive tri-lane on the Radiant, and they're not, because Lich and Tidehunter are not aggressive. It's not going to be a proper aggressive tri-lane. So they pretty much read it out, and it's going to be an aggressive tri-lane, Lone Droid on the safe lane against the Darkseer with the new... I haven't seen the new images yet. They look pretty cool, I guess. And the last heroes being picked up. Come on, move faster. Times 4, times 2, times 4. Go, pick heroes faster. It's going to be Storm Spirit and PA. So, as they pick their heroes and the game gets stuck a little bit, I want to pause and talk about the ending of what's going on here. What can we expect? The heroes. It's so important to talk about what can we expect in the game. First of all, let's talk about PA. I love it. I totally love this, because while everybody's stunned from this thing, and everybody's stunned very close together by this thing, and there's so much damage coming out, the PA will jump at you and then blow you up. And with the help of this Empower, she doesn't have to get a Battle Fury. I don't love a Battle Fury on Phantom Assassin. Depends on how her farm goes. But with the help of Empower, after everyone is in there with the RP, and obviously RP is going to be pretty easy after a Ravage, and with the help of Vacuum, this is a great carry to complement the rest of the super teamfight-oriented draft. On the other side, we have Storm Spirit to complement this aggressive try. And what we can expect out of the Dire is to win the early laning phase. Why? Very simple. Storm Spirit is going to destroy Magnus mid. Aggressive tri-lane is super potent. And yeah, Lich is pretty defensive. Tidehunter is pretty defensive, but they're still so strong. There isn't anything that can really kill them early on. And Lone Droid is going to do just fine against Darkseer, so he's going to get his farm on. They're going to win the laning phase. And from there, during the mid game, they have to win those engagements, get those pickoffs with the help of Nyx Bombs. Remember, Storm Spirit and Lifestealer work very, very well together. And they need to be careful of this lineup. It's going to be on the Radiant to find the positioning and win. And simply find that team fight. Because if they find a proper team fight, boom, 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 slash, slash, slash. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Boom, 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 slash, slash, slash. And they're going to just kill everybody. If you remove the Lifesteal on the Lone Droid, they're going to die. If you remove the Storm Spirit and the supports, Lone Droid and Lifestealer probably won't have enough of a huge farm to do anything. And they're going to find the team fight. The unlock, but what I want to talk about is really the unlock. I want to talk about where a hero becomes enabled. Where can a hero start doing what he needs to do? And this is a really amazing draft in that sense, because Tidehunter, to do what he needs to do, he needs level 6. Magnus, you could say he just needs level 6, but I want to think about him as he needs his dagger, and once he has the dagger, then he's enabled more so. It's not exactly an on and off switch. It's not always just, an on and off switch. It could be a couple of levels. And the Magnus specifically, you want to get the dagger, but yeah, once he's level 6. PA obviously needs a little bit of farm. She needs, especially against this lineup, she needs a BKB. And Lich is going to be annoying at first, and then he's going to use Chain Frost. So basically, they don't need anything. They need level 6. Once they got level 6, if they find the team fight, they push. Done. And that's the Radiant, which is a really great, really great draft. The Dire need to try and prevent that as much as they can by winning the early stage, and they're gonna win the early stage. I mean, look at these heroes, look at these lanes that are gonna come out. And then they need to capitalize on that and win fast, because PA gets huge, she's gonna be a menace. And that's how this game is gonna play out, pretty much. So, early game, totally dire, and then once these heroes become enabled, we're gonna see what happens. So, we're gonna see the lanes, they're gonna be pretty much the same. We're gonna skip through a lot of this game as it is very, very long, but I just want to show you that the lanes are what we said. The pause will stop now. There we go. And we do have Lone Droid going to the top, and the aggressive tri-lane. I really want to talk about the aggressive tri-lane. Nothing else really interests me. Storm Spirit is going with them, but not really going with them, because he started with Static Remnant. If you want to go into the jungle and help them out early on, pick an Electric Vortex, because then you have something to do offensively, and Static Remnant isn't that amazing. This provides more of just crowd control than the Static Remnant level 1, but he doesn't. He goes mid and he doesn't really care. This is going to be an aggressive tri-lane against the safe lane. And let's actually start out with a Frost Blast. Not sure. I like Sacrifice and just stand over here and then remove 2 creeps. By the time they get here, you can remove 2 creeps from the starting lane, which is the best thing. But that's okay. And by the way, Lomex is the one that sent us this replay, the Lifestealer player. So thank you, MXS, that's the way? Okay, MXS. So thank you for sending me the replay. And I want to point out something that I really, really dislike here. That the Lina, she has 100 gold, the Lifestealer has 200 gold. Instead of getting a couple more consumables or something that may help you a little bit more in the lane. And as they're going on an aggressive tri-lane, and there's haste on the Shadow Demon, are they going to go here on the Tidehunter, but the missed stun. That's just a missed stun. And the Lifestealer, that's super aggressive. And the Lifestealer didn't even use Open Wounds because he didn't have it, which is fine because they missed the stun. And now they're going to get a lot of damage in, thrown out to the Lifestealer already. And this is just aggression going wrong. They're really low, all of them. And they're at half HP, and they can't be aggressive this time. They can't be aggressive now. And the Lich is going to be so annoying at this point. This is just really, really bad for them. And what the Lifestealer actually did is get a Magic Stick. What the Lina's going to do is get a Magic Stick on her own. Now, this isn't huge. This isn't huge in any part, but on an aggressive tri-lane, you need to be aggressive as possible. And in order to be aggressive, you need full HP. And if you waste your 200 starting gold, and that's pretty much what they did, they had a little bit less than that and then bought it at the...
Missing middle. Denied.
Nuh-uh.
Flesh thaws. First blood, and let there be no end.
But they're finally doing a little bit better. And if we look at the net worth, PA not doing so well. Everybody else, yes. And there's one thing that's kind of amazing that happened on the top lane, and I can only explain this by the Dark Seer. Where's the Dark Seer? There's the Dark Seer. He needed to go down to try and help out the PA, so he wasn't at the top lane. The top lane, if you leave this thing alone, it's gonna kill your towers, and that's exactly what happens. Both the tier 1 and the tier 2 are down on the top lane, which is just amazing for the Spirit Bear. Look at his net worth. He doesn't have the most amazing last hits. Oh, pretty nice, actually, at this point. But he got, I'm assuming 2 towers, maybe not the last hits, which is kind of unfortunate. But he's doing well. And now he's just going to rotate in. In most cases, you see you remove the tier 1s, all the tier 1s, and then you go for the tier 2s. But he got even the tier 2 on the top, and now he wants to rotate in, probably to the bottom, in order to completely shut down this lane. So we're going to see what he actually decides to do here. As the entire team is here, Storm Spirit. They got the PA, and they send everybody on the ropes, especially Dark Seer. So it's just a Lich, and he's level 4. You could push this. You could just push this. But everybody's kind of going back. Shadow Demon went back, and Storm Spirit is going back to the mid. That's perfectly fine, as long as you bring in the bear. If you're bringing the bear and you want to push this, it's going to be great. And we have the Tidehunter coming in. Now, 11-2 at this point. There's the stun, open moons. And this tower is going down. Huge, huge advantage in terms of gold, in terms of experience as well. They're getting so many kills. It's just a wonderful, wonderful time for them. Wonderful time for the Dire at this point. And from here, we want to see them keep on pushing while they're still strong. And what I tried to say before they got blown up is that the Tidehunter, he gets enabled when he has level 6 Ravage. He's level 4 Lich. Very useful once he has Chain Frost level 6, but he's still level 4. This is the time for them to keep pushing. Mid tower, they could go for tier 2s so easily because there's nothing on the side of the Radiant. Phantom Assassin, yeah, she's level 6, but she has absolutely nothing. And they're actually going to go for Roshan. It's a very early Roshan. I understand that you want to get it, but I'm not sure I love it. I'd rather have towers dropping. I'd just rather have towers dropping than Roshan at this point. If you're going to take it and then go in to keep on the push in tier 1s and tier 2s, that's fine, but look at how long this takes because they're all so low. And how much damage they're taking. Lifesteal is super low. Just because they decided to go for Roshan instead of a tower. And this is actually taking so long. Oh my god. Okay, times 4. Done. Finally. Storm Spirit has his arcane. Push. God damn it, push. You're so ahead at this point. The Aegis goes on Lifestealer. Fine, I don't even care. And they're thinking about maybe ganking. But you shouldn't be ganking. When you're so far ahead, I know you have the Lifestealer and you have the Storm Spirit. You want to jump in. But just push. Especially this tier 1. With this bear that's so far ahead. Look at the net worth, remember. Yeah, Lifesteal passed him by a little bit. But they really just need to push. At this point when you're so far ahead. You cannot let this chance slip. Level 5, both Lich and Tidehunter. What they're going to do is coming from behind. They're going to clean up Tidehunter. He has no Ravage, can't do a thing. Who are they going to find in addition to that? Going on the tower with the bear tanking it up. Super easy. Magnus has an RP actually, so you have to be a little careful. But there isn't really too much damage on top of that. Darkseer level 8, no Wall of Replica. RP actually goes off on a Spirit Bear and Lina. She should survive, even ults up. Another vacuum. No, she's fine. And they claim the kill with pretty much nothing. But they took a lot of damage. That's the thing. They took a lot of damage. It's going to be a little bit problematic to push in. This tier 1 is dead, but the tier 2, they're not going to be able to keep on going through the tier 2. And this is kind of an unfortunate point for me. What I want to see them doing, I'm going to pause here. What I want to see them doing is go heal and finish this tier 2, finish this tier 2, get the Roshan again, or maybe you'll even have it because you can do it so quickly, and then finish the damn game. Finish this damn game, 10,000 gold, experience not so much. You don't need to farm, you're so far ahead. Armlet up on Lifestealer and the drum. Storm Spirit has his arcane, you can't expect too much. He has a lot of money, so he can get, I don't know, maybe the start of an Orchid. Lina even working towards her mechanism. Just push and finish this. They're not even level 6 on the Lich and Tidehunter. And that's what needs to happen here. So let's see what actually happens as I'm not gonna push the game. We're gonna move on ahead just a little bit to let me see. About here. And I want them to push. 2 tier 2s at the mid and at the bottom. And that's it. I moved in about 10 minutes. This thing is dead, at least. This thing is unscathed. Unscathed. Sup, Charlie? Curly. Sorry. I've been not doing too much. That's Curly in the stream chat. That's nice for you to come over and check me out. And we're doing Dota School. We're learning Dota. And we're seeing people not push. So, Lone Droid. Didn't really farm too much. Has a Maelstrom. That's nice. Lifestealer still has nothing except for the armlet and drum. We've gone through 10 minutes, and the net worths did go up. But why is the tier 2 still standing? And why aren't they capitalizing so much? If you remember the kills, we were at about 12-2, and now we're at 15-7. And that's a big thing, because a little bit of kills for the Radiant for the Dire don't mean too much. A little bit of kills for the Radiant mean a ton, because you have to remember they're out-leveling them. Let's actually look at the hero level. Damn, I'm forgetting the correct ones. Let's look at the hero levels. And they're actually pretty similar. They're pretty close, because if the Dire team dies, anybody on the Dire dies, then that's a lot of experience goes through to the Radiant, because they're out-leveling them. So in terms of gold, we're still about 10,000, which is nice. It hasn't extended in any way, which is not a good sign. It hasn't extended in any way. Okay, that it stayed exactly the same, so nothing really happened. In terms of experience, we've even gone up a little bit. So the advantage is slipping away because they're not pushing. They're not capitalizing on it when they should. And they need to finish this damn thing, like, right now. So from here on out, we're not going to have too many jumps off. And we're just going to speed up the game until something happens in a lot of cases. I want to see them push. And I want you to really look about the minimap. The minimap is more often than not tells us what's happening in the game. Lifesteal is pushing on its own, and this is not going to do too much. Lone Droid actually picked up Tidehunter on his own, which is nice. I guess the Spirit Bear is useful with Root. But Lifesteal is here on his own. So have Stormstern in the jungle, which is weird. We have Lina having absolutely no idea what she should be doing because she has absolutely nothing to do, so she is walking in circles at the middle. And where's the last one? And we have Shadow Demon, I guess, pushing the bottom. They're kind of farming, kind of not doing anything. And their advantage is slipping away. Let's talk about enablers. Tidehunter's level 6. He doesn't need anything. Yes, you want to blink on him, but you don't need anything. He has Ravage. You're done. Magus. I almost called him Magus. Magnus will have a Blink Dagger pretty soon. He's level 11, so this thing is nicer than it should be. And is he going to find Lifestealer? Come on, you're so low. Throw that out. Not going to happen. Lich throws out the Chain Frost. At this point, he pretty much throws out the Chain Frost. And PA hits you in the face. Now, she's kind of far away from her BKB, which she really, really needs against this team. But once she gets it, they don't need anything. They don't need anything. Yeah, the Dark Seer, he's level 11. He has a pipe, which is nice against Alina, but they don't need anything. And that's what's so amazing about this draft. They just need to use their ultimates. They needed level 6, that's all. And if they find you in a team fight, if they get good positioning in, they're going to win the team fight. So this 10,000 gold advantage for the Dire. Help of everybody and their damage flying out, and remember, these are going to die. They have no HP. If they get hit by the RP, which yeah, doesn't do that much damage, but the RP is there, the Tidehunter with the Ravage is there, they're going to die. They're going to die in the team fight. And so the Radiant are actually pretty damn scary at this point. And this entire time I've been talking for 3 minutes, nothing happened. Nothing happened at all. They're just kind of farming. They're not really pushing. They're not really doing anything. And the mic died? Really? Do you not hear the microphone? Guys, that's weird. But let's check if anybody... The microphone seems to be fine. It works. The light is on. And it says to me that it's fine. No, we do doesn't say anything to me. It works. Died for 2 minutes. Wow, 2 minutes is a long time. I hope it's okay now. So, lovely technical issues while I'm sick. So that's going to be great. That's just going to be absolutely wonderful. My internet has been weird. My internet has been weird in a couple of days. I'm just having the worst week ever. So I apologize for that. Hopefully it still works, and hopefully the VOD at least will be proper. So let's get back in the game. They need to push. They're not doing anything. And they already... The huge advantage that they had at first kind of slipped away. So let's keep going and see when they finally decide to push in. I'm going to go through ×4, nothing happening. They want Roshan first. They want to be super safe. But being so safe is kind of bad if you're losing your advantage. If you're waiting for so long, Roshan squares are nice. And the Stormseer is actually just jungling. Not really pushing, not really pushing, not really farming. Both the farmers not really doing too much. And the Radiant are just making sure they're all together. And they really, really need to be. The PA is at the top. She BKBs, and will she be able... Yeah, she's going to be fine. She has her BKB already. And that is exactly what she needed. She kind of wasted the 10-second one, which is problematic, because obviously this thing gets lower and lower with time, which is scary. But still, they're not pushing. PA is farming. She has pretty much what she needs at this point. She's level 11. Obviously, she wants to get level 16 as soon as possible to get this thing very, very scary. And she wants the blur. But the Storm Spirit, the Super Initiator, not just any normal one, he's not there. There's no Nyx bombs. I expect... Come on, find something. You have such amazing ward placement. You can see the entire jungle. Well, they had one here at some point. And they're not capitalizing on this. Yeah, we're at this point, but it's not a huge drop. And remember, they don't need anything. They don't need anything. There's a blink up on Magnus. And now it's just, where do we find someone? Will they find the lone droid here? Will they find him? Will they find him? Bash. That's lovely on the Lich. Can he actually kill off the Lich on his own? One last hit. Yes. He actually claims it. Wonderful. Push this damn tower already. Darkseer taking a ton of damage. And they need to push. They need to finish this now. And not even everybody is here. PA is even on... Does she have a TP scroll? She does luckily have a TP scroll.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Finally, Storm Spirit. Finally a Nike's Bomb. I'm so happy. Finally has his Orchid. I said finally 4 times in the last, I don't know, 30 seconds. But if they're going to get caught out, they're still... Oh, look at this. Beautiful. And the RP will actually catch 3 of them. So much damage thrown out. This is what I was scared of. This is the positioning. This is the insane team fight. They just need to ult, and they find you. And yeah, she killed the Tidehunter with the help of that Laguna Blade. And now P is just doing the work. Lifestealer not even turning around. He still has Armlet Turgled on, so he needs to be really, really careful here. PA, is she going to find Alina? Yes, she is. Teaming up her as well. Lone Droid is still here. Finds the Entangle on the Lich. But PA, no, she claims if she will fall here. And Darkseer, root. No, not going to be in time. 4 for 4 in this engagement because of just ults. And do you really want to be trading 4 for 4 with this kind of advantage? Do you want to keep this just here? Not really. So yeah, we have a dip towards the Dire in terms of experience as well, but you don't want to trade evenly at this point because nobody on the Radiant needs farm except for PA. And PA got, what, 2 or 3 of those kills? So she got pretty good farm for this team fight. And finally the tower drops. But it's already kind of scary, and he stayed a lot. He has the Aegis. But it's going to be popped at least. He has a lot of money here. And do they get the Aegis? Yeah, he went back in. I don't really know why. Maybe he wanted to lure them in. They get the Tidehunter at least. There's no ult on him. But you know what? You got the Tidehunter. You know there's no ult. Everybody should be here. Everybody's back. And now it's the time to take the Rax. Now it is the time to take the Rax at this point. And finally a Nike's Bomb as well, which is absolutely great. I want to talk a little bit about the Lifestealer here, as he is the guy who sent me. Sent the replay. I don't love Sanjin Yasha on him. It's pretty great, but you're going to be fighting against the Phantom Assassin. She's going to be in your face anyways. You want to have the damage. I would much rather have maybe an Assault Cuirass or maybe a Basher. You don't need that super speed, and boom, look at this. Jump in. Magnus not even going to put up an RP. The wall is very, very effective. And now PA, she wants to find someone. Magnus bought back. Storm Spirit did fall because he has so low HP. Really, really low HP. And they're just all on the run because of that. And Shadow Demon taking so much damage. Crit. He's going to get stunned by the bear, but the bear itself is low. Is there a summon back? There is. So it's fine. They should... Kind of a odd retreating patterns. TP out with Rage. He's fine. And
Haste. Radiant's bottom tower is under
some ground to allow the PA to farm up even more. And she actually has Helm of Iron and Blades of Attack, so she's pretty tanky. Doesn't take too much damage from Lifestealer. RP just on him. They really want to get him as well as the ultimate. They're back up. The amount of damage that this Chain Frost is doing. And look at this. This is just so freaking scary. Those ultimates, they found that Lifestealer. Lone Droid is nowhere to be found. He's going on Tidehunter. But we have PA. She's going to jump on ahead. Find Shadow Demon as well. The supports are so easy for her. If she gets one crit, Storm Spirit at least is going to be fine. He's going to run away here. And Magnus, why are you backing? Storm Spirit, get out, Oh, that's the crit. That's the crit. And that's just terrifying for them. Now in the Lone Droid, he's going to go up. Why are you running away? She's so low. Just attack her. At least attack her. She's the main thing that can do damage to you. Blink and skewered back. Really problematic. Attack her just twice or you're going to die. She's going to slow you. And this is just a little bit of panic mode from the Lone Droid. He went in and then he decided not to, even though he could have killed her. And look at the amount. It's a team wipe. Look at the amount of gold that she got. She's level 17. And look at the net worth. Lone Droid is at the top there, but he couldn't do anything because he just didn't fight her. And the PA is the only thing that needs farm on the side of the Radiant. The only one, and she has it. She definitely has it at this point. Level 17, which is a ton more than everybody else on the side of the Dire, which is the only thing that's important. And you almost got level 11s. You have level 11s on the Tidehunter, so this ultimate is going to be more damaging. This ultimate is going to be more damaging. And I want you to show you this once again. It's so low. It's 15,000. And experience is still. But this game is perfectly even. I can't stress this enough. And this is actually the beauty of the draft from the Radiant. They don't need anything. They need a little bit of farm and PA. And they need level 6, maybe level 11 at this point. And yeah, Tidehunter doesn't have his dagger yet, but they don't really need it. The range is huge. Tidehunter is one of those heroes that you want to get the dagger, but you don't have to get it. He doesn't really need it. And they're just winning team fights because they have those amazing ultimates every single time. It's super difficult to contest the base because of that wall, and they're just there. The Dire have already screwed up their huge advantage. And yeah, the advantage still seems huge, but it's just not there. It's simply not there. They need to find a pickoff with the Storm with the Lifestealer Bomb. They need to find a pickoff and then push and get the base. And now it's kind of getting too late to do that, especially as the Radiant are playing wonderfully, staying. What we're gonna do is check out again. Look, Storm Spirit is farming alone. They need to just push in. Again, what I tried to say about the lifesteal, by the way, I don't like this Sanjin Yasha because you're gonna just be fighting head on with the melee heroes in most cases. Specifically, Phantom Assassin is gonna jump on top of you. So you don't need Sanjin Yasha to get to anyone. You don't need Racecar build. And yeah, Sanjin Yasha is fun. Drum it's a fun build. Don't get me wrong, but I would much rather have, maybe the Drum is fine, and then just straight up to the Basher. He is going to get a Basher, but I want to see, I don't love the Sanjin Yasha here. You just don't need it. You have to look at what you're going against, and think what I'm going to get with that. And this is actually something that I want to talk about a little more. I want to give an example from a game that I had. I played all random, and I was up against 4 carry heroes. And with me, I had an Alchemist and Doom. Remember, it's all random, so that's just what happened. And the Alchemist and Doom, they didn't think. They just did autopilot. And autopilot, and I'm talking about, there's a lot of ways to talk about autopilot, but I'm talking about in terms of items. I'm going to get Doom, or I'm going to get Alchemist, and what I love getting, and what it makes sense, is getting a Midas. In a lot of cases, that's correct, and that's fine, especially if you get it pretty early. But in a game against four hard carries, you need to win. You need to win now. You're not going to go late against 4 carries. Midas is stupid. And for the sheer fact that you just, Alchemist, I'm going to get Midas. Doom, going to get Midas. Streamline. That's really bad. And that was just, wow, really? Guys, you're up against 4 carries. You don't get Midas. Both Doom and Alchemist did that because they're so used to getting those. That was just pure autopilot. And you have to look at what you're going against. If you remember the first episode that we did of Dota School, we had Broodmother there that kind of went for a Yasha instead of going for the Orchid. And she was against an an Anti-Mage and a Weaver. Orchid is just perfect to make these heroes gankable. So you always have to think about what items you're getting. I don't know what you want to get, but there's always more than one option, and especially if you're going against someone that a specific item can be so freaking useful, or one item can be so not that useful, then you have to think about it. Racecar Lifestealer is awesome. It's really awesome if it's needed. It isn't needed in this game. You need to bash them in the face, and to get bash, you get the Basher, especially against PA. So I really dislike this Sanjin Yasha on the Lifesteal. That's the main thing about specifically Lifestealer that I dislike about this game. Let's keep on going. He's farming. Storm Spirit, I have to talk about this. We've seen him in the jungle so much. You need to gank. You're being incredibly passive and you're farming as a carry in the jungle. Yes, you have Static Remnant. Now you have a ton of mana with Orchid, and early on you wanted to get the Orchid, which I understand, but in this kind of game, you have to be more aggressive. You're relying on the pickoffs, and you have an amazing pickoff team. Storm Spirit and Lifestealer, that's the coolest Nyx bomb in the world. Contested maybe by Queen of Pain with Blinken, but basically it's the best thing ever. And where's the smoke gang coming out of Shadow Demon plus Lena plus anyone else? Maybe Bear, maybe anyone else. Disruption into stun, that's one of my personal favorite combos, and there's no smoke gangs. They're not finding the pickoffs. Not because they're not finding the pickoffs, because they're not looking for them. And they need to be looking for them. They need to kill one hero over here extending, and then push. That's their lineup. That's what your draft does. And they're not capitalizing on it. It's an amazing draft, but you have to use it properly. And they only used it properly early on and didn't capitalize on it enough. And now we're at 24-17. Phantom Assassin has an armlet. And before we see this engagement here, an armlet of Phantom Assassin seems really weird, but I really like this. She doesn't get a ton of farm, but what she basically needs is just to be in the team fight and survive most of the early stuff. She needs to not die very, very quickly. And this is one of the scary ones, though I think it never went on Phantom Assassin specifically, but she needs to stay in the team fight. Armlet is so useful, and we're talking about burst damage. Phantom Assassin is a burst damage hero, and this is why Armlet is a burst damage item. You see it on Night Stalker because he jumps on you and hits you a lot, and it gives you great survivability. You see it on heroes that just burst you down very quickly and need the burst of damage and can sustain that, that have some kind of lifesteal and sustain the damage, obviously. But in most cases, it's that burst. And Phantom Assassin, it's just going to give, it's pretty cheap. It gives her survivability that she really needs against. So, wow, okay, that's cool. Wow. This is the best episode ever. I'm sick, I had the worst week ever, and my internet explodes randomly. So, this is awesome. Luckily, we're not missing too much because it's not a live game. And I'm just going to piece this together for YouTube later on, but damn. This is awesome, guys. Best freaking episode ever. I'm going to have to yell at my ISP. Okay, so we're back up. Sound is back up, I hope. Let's continue with the game. Let's check out this engagement happening here. As everything is up, there's the dagger. No dagger on Titan quite yet, but it's going to be pretty late, and nothing actually happens as both the teams back up. And the Radiant are just playing this very, very well. They're sticking together. They have to stick together. Absolutely have to. And look at this being cleaned up. There was about 4, I think. 4 stacks. This is so much gold towards Phantom Assassin. She's just bumped up to this amount again. And she's level 18. She's so terrifying. She is just so terrifying. You have to remember the Empower is there as well as at level 4. Yes, it's level 4 Empower, and she doesn't need damage items at all with this Empower. Yeah, you'd like to have it, but sustainability is more important, and she's doing it correctly. She's going for the armlet, and I'm going to tell a little thing. She's going to go for Satanic. Spirit Bearer being very aggressive. Magnus being cheeky a little bit. Just being in here. The tower is very low. They want to get it. He's looking for something. And the Storm Spirit is going to find the Magnus. If he's going to find the Magnus, oh, he's going to find him. And they actually find him, silence him as well, and he's going to die with the Laguna even, kind of useless. But the Tidehunter ultimate is there. There was no, that's the Chain Frost happening. There was no RP, so that's at least works in their favor. And look at the difference of no RP making. And PA is down. She's just getting eaten by everybody there. They just found the initiation finally. Storm Spirit even surviving this. PA buying back immediately because she has to. And this might actually be their break. Tidehunter, well, he can't do anything. He used the Ravage. Darkseer now on the run. His wall was kind of ill-placed. Couldn't really find the vacuum for everybody. And PA, oh, so damaging. Someone, doesn't actually go for it. Spirit Bear, he has a life there inside him. Oh, that's the open wounds, and she's gonna die again. This is their huge break. Huge break. Come on. The stun misses. You gotta get a root. You're gone. You're good. You're good. Okay. Phew. Get this down, Rax down now. Storm Spirit, why are you there? Why are you not with them? Get in there as soon as possible. He went top to stop that fortification. I dislike it, but it's fine. PA can't buy back because she just did. There is an RP, but there's no follow-up with no Ravage and no Wall and no Lich Ultimate, so he can't do a thing, and no PA, most importantly. So this Rax is down. This Rax is down very, very easily, and this is their big break. This is just so great for them. RP on everybody, beautiful. Skewer.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
I kind of dislike, instead of just going for this thing. And, well, just the Lone Droid and the Storm Spirit can be contested by just a Magnus and a Tidehunter. Because this is two, instead of being a 5v a couple, yeah, and this is where it gets scary. They're going to find the Tidehunter. He has Ravage, 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 Ravage. He now has the Ravage. PA is already here, even uses her own BKB. And now they're on the run. They're still kind of there, but oh, look at Storm Spirit. That's the... Ravage actually missed everything, but that was just a crit. That's what the crit does. Spirit Bear is going to die. Is she going to go in? Yes, she is. Disruption will save him for a little bit. Stun will miss here. And this is just a little bit of overextension. They should have just fallen back properly and correctly, maybe everybody go heal up and then take the Roshan as soon as possible. And they kind of were in the jungle. They kind of were there and here. Lina, not sure why she wants to be so incredibly aggressive at this point. Phantom Assassin, blink, blink, yeah, boom, look at that crit. And that's just a little bit of over-aggression, and they're just finding, the Radiant are just finding those kills because the Dire are allowing them. I don't know whether there's aggressive Force Staff. Maybe she wanted to Laguna Blade and kill him, but she didn't have a lot of mana, so she just stunned and tried to stun, missed, and then the Laguna Blade couldn't be there. And an Aegis thrown out to the Radiant is terrible. Terrible. Look at this. Look at this. Looks scary. Means nothing, remember? This, same thing. It hasn't changed at all. There was a little bit of a rise there, but it hasn't really changed. Phantom Assassin has the money. She's fine. And now she has an Aegis. Tidehunter, yeah, he's very close to his own Blink Dagger, but they don't really need anything. And it's just about positioning and just about finding it. And this is where, at this point, this is just going to happen again and again. The question is where do they find, who finds what? Do they find the pickoffs? Do the Dire find the pickoff, or do the Radiant find the team fight and destroy them? And Lester finally with the Skull Basher, that's lovely. It's about freaking time. I would love him to have a Basher earlier, and maybe also an Assault Cuirass, which would very much help against the Phantom Assassin, at least a little bit, you know, armor reduction on her. Assault Cuirass is always great, especially with a Basher on a Lifestealer. So that's nice, and Assault will also help Lone Droid. Never mind, he has it. Screw that. Forget what I just said. He has the Assault, so that's fine. And he also has a Basher on the Bear. And another Javelin for some reason. There you go, the Assault, the Cuirass goes up on the Bear itself. They need to focus that PA. And once the ultimates are gone, all the 4 super amazing ultimates, the PA is what's left, and she deals the damage. And they need to take her out, but it's so hard, especially with the Aegis. And smoke up by the Radiant, they stay together at all times. Storm Spirit standing around doing absolutely nothing, going for a BKB on his own, which could be pretty useful, I guess. And now, who are they going to find? Who are they going to find again? Ravage hits only Lina. They're just using everything. They know we're going to use everything because that's what we need to use. RP, no. Couldn't use it. Now RP, yes! And he finds the Shadow Demon as well. Storm Spirit comes in, but can't do much. And look at that crit. Boom. Everybody just gets blown up. And now they're both here. They need to find her, and the Aegis pops. They could get her again here, but there's the illusions. They're doing so much damage. And, oh, Storm Spirit? Yeah, they let her live. And after everything, they got 3 dead. That was actually a really good team fight for them. And they should have just all stayed there and killed her, especially with, you know, you got the stun, you got the electric vortex, you got the bash coming from Lifestealer, you got the Lone Droid, though he doesn't have a bear, it seems. Yeah, he doesn't have a bear, but they should be able to... I guess it's risky because if she crits you. But it was a good team fight, and the thing is, they're so low, and the Radiant are so... It's so kind of early still, just 40 minutes, that they can't push. They can't push. Mid is down, but everything else is up. And they don't have an Aegis, so they're forced to go back to just farming up. We're at 40 minutes, and this game is so equal, and it's just down to positioning instead of them winning. And I really want to emphasize what happened up to this point. There isn't too much to watch here anymore in this game. There isn't too much to talk about, really. It's just going to come down to who gets who, pretty much. And what the main thing that I wanted to talk about is what happened earlier, where they should have pushed, they had the advantage, and instead of that, they kind of weren't really sure what they wanted to do. And what this game really shows us, we're going to finish it, don't worry, I'm going to show you who wins and how it ends up, because it's pretty cool, and why the hell not. And we're not going to talk too much, we're just going to go through the action parts, because that's the interesting parts. But it really comes down to, where does a hero get enabled? When does a team get enabled as a team? And this is such great examples. The Radiant team fight, we need level 6, done. And then they're scary, and you need to always remember, do they have the ultimate up? Do they have the ultimate up? Always have to remember, did they just use it? Did we all buy back? Push, because they don't have ultimates. And that's what they do. They use the ults in a team fight. You have to keep that in mind. On the side of the Dire, didn't capitalize on what their draft does. Storm Spirit and Lifestealer, are you kidding me? How many Lifestealer bombs did you see? And you know what, even with the bear, which we did see a couple of them, we saw a couple of them, but we didn't see a dozen of them. And I want to see a dozen of them. You need to find the pickoffs. That's what your team does. Where's the smoke gang with Lina and Shadow Demon? You are the pickoff team against the AoE teamfight team. That's what's happening in this game. And the Radiant they got hit early very, very badly. Like we said, the laning stage definitely in the Dire's favor. And then they're kind of in a problematic area, but they're playing correctly. They're staying as 5 and using their ultimates, which isn't that difficult to do. The pickoff team isn't using their skills, and this isn't using what their team does so well. And that's pretty much the gist of this game entirely. There isn't too much more to talk about in terms of a learning stage, but let's finish the game, because it's a pretty cool game to watch. So I'm going to pretty much... we're going to look at the minimap and then see when something happens, so let's speed up. I'm at ×4 at this point. Farming, 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 nothing happening. No push, no push, no push. No push, no push, no push. They're kind of waiting on Roshan, maybe? I don't know. But look at the Radiant staying together all the time, staying together. I'm just looking at the minimap, really. Just minimap, minimap. Everybody's together, everybody's together, everybody's together. Smoke gang, wonderful. Finally a smoke gang in 41 minutes, kind of late. They want to find something.
Dire's top Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Back, they got the tier 2 at least, which is a little bit of gold advantage, which is nice. We're still +2. Can't really push because all the ultimates are up, and they know it because the last 4 minutes nothing happened really. BKB up on Magnus, nice, not amazing. They can't really push in because they'll lose, and they know it. And they're really scared. Luckily, they can just throw in the Spirit Bear. We're now back to 1 speed, though it seems so slow after so fast. After we've seen it at +4, which is ×4, which is interesting. They got the tower, which is definitely nice. Split pushing kind of easily with the Spirit Bear is always very nice. Spirit Bear has a Javelin for an MKB, I'm assuming. It's the only nice thing that, unless you want to go double Basher, but I don't think that works anymore. And now, picking and prodding, positioning, not amazing. Lifestealer is still in the bear. And they're kind of finding the Lone Droid on his own. And they're going straight for the Phantom Assassin. Best. Ravage is there. Lich ultimate. Magnus ultimate? No. Quite yet. Need to find it. You need to find the Phantom Assassin. There's the ult. Lifestealer taking so much damage. Where's that bear? Skewered out. Phantom Assassin still alive. Everybody is already down. They need to be on the run. Lone Droid, run for your life. Storm Spirit couldn't do too much. Orchid not really used. PA kinda down, but she's still alive. And look at everybody, they're so low. don't mean anything. Is he going to survive? Another blink, another blink? No. Starster is going to die as well. Terrible, terrible exchange for the Dire. Terrible exchange. Times 4 again. No one died on the Radiant. Absolutely no one. They need to focus the PE and drop her as quickly as possible, but they just... It's so hard with the Skewer bringing you out of position. With the Phantom Assassin blinking around, it is so difficult to bring her down, and she still has the BKB. Yeah, it's 4 seconds, which isn't the greatest thing in the world, but still there. Roshan responding in 2 minutes. And who's going to contest it means who can push. And now we're times 8, looking at the minimap. Nothing else really interests us. It's going to be Roshan. It's going to be the Roshan fight right now. Come on. Something happened. Roshan is still not back up. And there you go. He's back up. We're back to times 2 instead of times 8. Blink in. That was aggressive. But finds no one. And they're just going to kind of go for it. No Lifestealer in the Storm Spirit, which is... That's what you should be doing. And he goes in kind of alone, kind of weird. BKB's up, tries to find the Magna, silence him as well. Ravage does go obscure. Oh, that's the RP. Finds a Lifestealer once again, which is the most important target. Laguna Blade will take care of Tidehunter, but he already ravaged, so it's not the best Laguna Blade in the world. You want to look on the Phantom Assassin. The stun finally will be able to kill her. She's so fast. No, Satanic. At this point, she has Satanic. That's another complete life for her. Lifestealer on the run. Armlet toggle just not in time. And again, they're going to get cleaned up 33 to 20. Come on, B8. B8. PA. She... yes! Holy crap. She died. The tower? I think it was the tower. And they managed to get the PA. After all of that, Lina's the only one who survives. I have to talk about the Laguna Blade on the Tidehunter. If he ulted... You don't care about Tidehunter anymore at all. Magnus is a different matter because he can keep the Empower on PA and he has the Shockwave, which is annoying, and if he didn't use his Skewer yet. So even after he uses RP, that's a different matter. But Tidehunter? Screw Tidehunter. If he used Ravage, he doesn't exist as far as you're concerned. So using Laguna to kill him, not the best thing in the world. Laguna is also another thing. If we're already talking about Laguna Blade, let's talk about Laguna Blade. It does a lot of damage and you want to last hit with it. Bad. No, you don't last hit with Laguna Blade. You initiate with Laguna Blade. You go in. Yes, you don't want to waste it, but its cooldown is how much after the changes? It's 70, 60, 50. Not a huge cooldown. And the amount of damage that it does scares people. They're going to be low in HP. They can't really do anything. When people have low HP, they run away, and when they run away, it's kind of easy to kill them. You want to use the maximum amount of damage from Laguna Blade. It does so much damage right now. It does she have Scepter? No, it does 675 magical damage. That's a ton. You want to use the maximum amount of it. If you kill someone with 100 HP using your Laguna Blade, then you essentially overkill them for about 300 damage. You got the kill, which is important, but you're wasting 300 damage, and let's think, somebody else's nuke could have been saved and targeted another person if you'd used Laguna Blade earlier. You might not get the last hit, but you want to utilize the maximum amount of Laguna Blade. And if you look at professional players playing Lina, they're in a team fight, bzzzt, immediately. Almost always bzzzt, immediately. Okay, bzzzt or Kamehameha, whatever the hell you want to call it. But you want to use it to initiate and on the appropriate targets. In this case, the most appropriate target is obviously Phantom Assassin because you want to kill her. You want to kill her, especially if she's low. I'd actually save it up to the point she's low because she's going to wait with Satanic until she's really low, or maybe she's stunned or something. And if you had that Laguna Blade for her while she was low and she was stunned, I believe, then you would have killed PA a lot faster, and then this teamfight would have gone very, very differently. So, Lina, huge freaking Laguna Blade damage, and it's a 60-second cooldown. Don't use it to kill. Use it to initiate, to start up the team fight. This is so important. You don't want to use overkill. Overkill is bad, okay? Always, because you're wasting damage. It could have gone otherwise. So, let's keep on going with this damn game. Yeah, you have no PA. That's the thing that deals damage. Everything else is mitigation, so you're not going to be able to kill her. And let's beat up to times 8. Ooh, Roshan. Let's look at Roshan. You can't do anything really alone. None of the damage dealers. Finally, Lifestealer is here. Lone Droid finally going to come in. Lifestealer will claim it. Cheese? Who gets the cheese? Someone take it. Fine, Storm Spirit. You should bring it to There you go. It's on the Spirit Bear. No, it's on the... It is on the Spirit Bear. And Skewer in. Is he going to find an RP? He is going to find an RP, even with an Ancient Black Dragon Ravage on absolutely everyone. Phantom Assassin is there. She has the Satanic, but doesn't even need to use it. Look at that damage. The wall as well. That's just... It's just so easy for them to do this. And you can't do almost anything. Buyback from Lina.
Radiant's middle tower.
The young firebrand returns.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
33 to 34. Are you gonna survive this? Rage? Oh yeah, Rage TP out. Screw you guys, I'm going home. There you go.
Is under attack.
He's fine. He is fine. 33 to 34. Where's your advantage now? It's still at 8,000, but again, it didn't mean anything when it was here or it was all the way here. So here, it doesn't mean a thing. And the experience, look at the experience. This is just, it's going to be the nails in the coffin. We've been going for a very long time now. Tier 2 is going to fall very, very... Damn, that crit is big. And this is just a terrifying moment where the carry is just so strong. BKB used up for no real reason. Or maybe to kill the Shadow Demon. Even though the BKB kind of stopped already, but when you just one-hit him. And this is the Rax. Luckily for them, Ancient might be the last saving grace. It's undefended, it doesn't have the towers, and backdooring is pretty much the only thing they can do. At this point, the Dire have nothing. They have nothing on the Radiant. Nothing. Phantom Assassin has Satanic, has 5k, and has a Demon Edge. I don't know what that Demon Edge is going to be, but it doesn't matter because anything she buys is going to be terrifying. Unless it's a DR, in which case this game might be funny. I didn't say anything. Anyways, though, PA. Oh, it's a DR. Okay. This is stupid because this game can still go both ways, especially if you want to give a Divine Rapier to someone who can backdoor you and finish the game quickly. Not the smartest thing in the world, but it makes the game interesting, I guess. So at this point, we've stopped learning. So if you want to keep learning, if you want to see what happens at the game when we're 34-34, stay tuned, because we got a couple more nerve-wracking minutes at this point. And they're smoking up. This game, really, DR, and she has a Satanic, and she still has, well, she needs a little bit more farm to get buyback, but this is just, she's not supposed to die. You don't want to die with her ever. Ever, ever, ever. Oh, hello, Storm Spirit. Get the hell out of there, man. Immediately. Get the hell out of there. Magnus already going towards Refresher, but I doubt he'll make it. And they're going to clean up this Tier 2 tower. Let's speed up things along. Tier 2 tower dropping. Man, that was fast when you do basic math. 700 damage. 728 damage per hit. Basic math. Oh yeah. Bear has a lifestealer. Not sure if I love it, but whatever. Because if the bear gets caught, the bear will die, and then the lifestealer is screwed. PA actually gets back because there's a pretty big 4 catapults, 4 siege prep, and they're forced to go back as well. It's kind of problematic. The Radiant Ancient is just, it's scary. It's scary at this point to be the Radiant. But still, nothing too big happening. Again, looking at the minimap and nothing else, pretty much. Looking at the minimap and nothing else, pretty much. Looking at the minimap, nothing else. Why can't I goddamn press? Okay, there you go. Lich has the Ghost Scepter, but that's the ultimate. The Ravage happens there. DR. Sorry, guys. DR. Look at Lifestealer's HP. Boom. Well, Skewer in. That's a good infest. Get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of there. Get the hell. Why are you waiting? Why is he waiting? Forget your bear, man. Just get out of there. Use your phase boots. Get out. Get out. The bear's dead. Forget the damn bear. TP's out. Should be able to be fine. Okay, there you go. Team fight, well, they killed the Lich, which means absolutely nothing, and they lost 2 of their important heroes. Kind of bad. PA is here. Oh my god, she has a Reaver. This is scary. This is terrifying. Hit, 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 boom. That's the storm. Get the hell out of there. Oh my god, Lone Droid taking so much damage. Boom. That was a crit. 2.7k crit. That is insane. And they're just going to finish this game. They're just going to finish this game. Because that's the DR. Disruption goes up on Storm Spirit. Oh, that's an RP. That's not an RP. Excuse me. That's a BKB and PA. Dealing so much damage. This is so scary. One guy TP'd back because look at the amount of things here. Oh, the Lifestealer bought boots of travel. He's going on the Radiance Ancient. Is he going to get there in time? TP in. Fortification will delay them just a little bit. And now PA, she's kind of here on her own. She's here on her own, completely on her own. And it's the Satanic, no. Doesn't manage to get the Satanic. DR on the ground. Who gets the DR? Who got the DR? Lifestealer down. And this is the scary part, guys. Lone Droid has a Divine Rapier. This thing has 800 HP. If you have guesses, this is the time. If you want to bet, this is the time. Lina picking up a Vitality Booster. I guess you can't really pick up anything at this point, but a Vit Booster isn't going to help you because if you get a crit, you're dead. You just did. So I'm not sure it's really going to help you. Yes, it is very, very efficient for the money it costs and what it gives you, but not the greatest thing in the world. Lone Droid. You're not going to put the DR on the bear. I can't even remember the mechanics with bear having Divine Rapier, but he should probably transfer everything to the Lone Droid himself. And he does do so, which is the correct thing, so good. And Lifestealer still dead. Abyssal Blade. Tidehunter. Nothing more. Working towards... Yeah, that's not going to happen. Phantom Assassin has a lot of money. Can't really buy back. Can actually buy back. And what is she buying? She's going to finish up her heart. So she's going to finish up her heart and try to be as tanky as possible. She doesn't really need damage as her, well, DR is gone. And she's just going to count on Empower. Let's speed up things a little bit and see how this thing ends. And for some reason, when you speed things up, sometimes you lose the ability to press on the minimap, which is weird. Dire's Ancient still full HP. Tower is here. Base racing. Base racing. Who's your bet? Come on, who's your bet? Who do you think is going to win this? Roshan back in 20 seconds. Who's going to get the next Roshan? Is there even going to be a next Roshan? And Storm Spirit, by the way... Why are you goddamn in the forest again? Now you're pushing this lane, fine, but you're in the forest. Smoke up by everybody. They're going to try and find him. Please TP back in time. He has a TP. Okay, he does. Good. Nothing too bad happened. And we're still at ×2. This game needs to end, man. This game needs to end. And what are they actually going to do? Oh, they're going to smoke up. Screw this. Let's win. They see the Radiant here pushing at top. I don't like this from the Radiant. I need them to just go here and finish the job instead of getting the racks. And this is, again, I lost the ability to press the minimap. This is kind of weird. Another bug. Gotta love Dota being in beta. Oh wait, it's not in beta anymore. Forget that thing. And that's the TP coming in. Darkseer, he's just gonna go on the Radiance Ancient. TP's back already. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Everybody's TPing back. PA is here. Magnus is here. He has an RP. Where's the Ravage? That's the Ravage. It hits absolutely everything. Lina, she has a DD. He's going to hit it. He's going to hit it again. One more time. There you go. And that's a GG well played thrown by everybody because it was a really good game. So that's it, guys. That was the game. That was Dota School. As we saw, I'm going to recap everything. You need to push earlier. You got to think about when does heroes get enabled to do what they need to do. In this case, it was an amazing, at level 6, we're going to just use their ults and kill you kind of draft with PA to complement it, which was exquisite. And the Dire, the guys from MXS, which is their names, according to what it seems, or 4 guys or 3 guys. And you kind of need to utilize. You had an amazing draft. You need to utilize it more so, and then push at the correct time when you're so far ahead before the other team gets enabled. And that's pretty much it. You know, when the carry gets enabled is about 35 minutes. That's the potential I'm always talking about. Push beforehand, win beforehand, you're done. And that's it for Dota School for this time. Sorry for audio crap, technical crap with my internet, which is lovely, and any other, and being kind of very tired this time, but, you know, shit happens and shit happens. I would very much appreciate your support in the show specifically by sending me your replays that are interesting, and specifically me by just subscribing to everything on YouTube and on Twitch TV and on Twitter. You can follow me and find out what's up. I have a website as well where I release everything that I do, even some boring blog posts that you can read, which is lovely. All the links are below. So thank you so much for watching this time, and I'll see you next week, guys. I'm going to go drink tea and get better. And, oh, wait, damn it, no. Don't forget, any questions from the chat, any viewer questions about this game, specifically, any things you guys want to ask, boom, boom, boom. Gonna wait just a little bit. I'm so tired. I'm gonna guess nothing. Okay, good, unless you're writing something really long. Whatever, next time we'll do viewer questions. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time. I'm gonna drink tea.